We are starting at the Whitewater Lake segment for the Ice Age Trail. Just Patrick and I this trip. So we're gonna get on our way. We've seen one other hiker so far. He said he's halfway through. Not sure where he started, not sure where he's ending. That's cool. Uh-oh, now we see some dogs. Just found this really neat looking boardwalk. We're gonna cross over. Some pretty flowers on each side. Kind of dense. It's like a water source coming up here. Moving pretty good. It's almost hidden. Alright, that's the end of that boardwalk. Well, we're still trucking along here. It's windy out, so there's a nice breeze. Almost looks like we're walking into a tunnel. It's pretty dense on both sides. I haven't seen any mosquitoes yet, so we don't need the bug spray. Here's a tree. It's green. Inside is green. I've never seen that before on a tree. Looks like it might have been all across the path. They've got it all cut up already. Or burned, painted it.
Maybe not.
Well, it looks like we're winding around and we're gonna get ready to head up a hill. Have some rocks on the side. It's kind of neat looking. Looks like there's a tree branch that fell and it's just kind of hanging there. I don't think I want to be underneath it when it finally lets go, but we have to walk underneath it, so we're gonna hurry. Here's a famous Ice Age marker to let us know we're on the right trail. Just came up on this road here. It looks like it is High-Low Road. We're gonna cross here and keep going on the Ice Age Trail. We come up on an intersection. Here's a sign for the office. So the office is down that way. And then here's another sign that says Scenic Overlook, 0.3 miles, Highway 12, 3.9 miles. Looks like we're gonna walk up some roots. It's kind of cool. Keep seeing little campsites off to the left as we're walking through this area. Got some rocky terrain coming up through here. Watch where your steps, you don't stub a toe. The sign that says campground. Now we're gonna keep going forward, and looks like there's some steps up ahead. Looks like they're been put in place by railroad ties. Quite steep. I bet you without the railroad ties it'd probably all wash out. And we made it to the top. We just stopped for water and a snack. And now it looks like we're heading back into the darkened forest. There's a yellow sign up here that says private land ahead. Uh-oh, someone lost their eyes. Found our first down tree. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it over the top of it. Yep, I made it. Kind of just winding around, which is nice. Keep hearing thuds in the woods. It looks like they're just dropping walnuts off the trees, because I keep finding walnuts on the path as we're walking. kind of see them there. It's like every few feet. It's like we're getting ready to go downhill again. I have the urge just to take off running down it, but I know what would happen. I'd end up rolling up into a ball and landing with a big thud at the bottom. So I think I'll just slowly walk instead. There's another hill we're going down. Patrick's going first, so if I decide to start running and I go head over heels, I'll hit him down like a bowling pin and then he'll cushion my fall. Then I get distracted. There's a little inchworm. These are really cool. It's like rocks and railroad ties. That's where we just came from. Uh-oh, I lost Patrick. We made it down. Thank you, sir. We just came down another rocky hill, and at the bottom of it looks like a tree has fallen over the trail down into the woods.
You have to turn around.
Can't go under it. Guess we'll have to go over it. Like we're walking into some pines and it looks pink. It's got like a pink hue to it. I don't know if it'll show up in the video or not. It's pretty. I haven't seen any yellow markers in a while. But it doesn't mean that we're not on the trail. There's a vine running up that pine tree. Here's a change. Now we gotta go up them. They don't look like railroad ties though. Guess if you don't want to go up those, you can follow the trail off to the side. think the trail was a little bit easier. The wind is still blowing. Stuff is still falling from the sky. Nothing landed on our heads yet. Definitely tell it's a big logging area. We keep seeing trees that are marked with an X, and then as we're walking along, we're seeing here's a whole stack of logs that have already been logged. It looks like we got to cross this road up here. This is kind of something that you don't see very often. Oh, County Road P. That's where we're crossing. Not sure what logs those are, but there's quite a bit.
They use the pole for a stop for the line.
Oops. We're heading back in again. Wow, this is really cool. It's like a tunnel, and above it, it's dense with pine trees.
They're definitely planted.
Oh, for sure.
How straight they are.
It's really pretty. The end is near. I don't know. I see like light at the end of the tunnel. It's kind of crazy looking. That was a pretty cool 2-minute walk. We made it to Easterly Road. We gotta cross to stay on the Ice Age Trail.
There's the parking lot.
Oh, the parking lot is right there. Here's another map. I'm gonna kind of continue along. I'd like to better get to the cabin before dark. Well, we just stopped and had a quick snack, cooled off on a bench overlooking the city, I guess. I think it's Highway 12 that we're pretty close to right now. We're gonna keep going now and head up to the next parking lot. Our goal is to get to the cabin hopefully by 6. Just having a snack and water probably re-energized us. Oh, there's a pretty butterfly. It's gone now. Okay, we made it to US Highway 12, so it looks like we have to cross this highway. It's pretty busy right now. And it looks like we have to go over there to where it says Ice Age Trail parking lot. Wish us luck that we don't get hit by a semi. Maybe we can play that game Frogger. We just completed the Whitewater Lake segment. Now we are going to start on the Blackhawk segment after crossing Highway 12, just behind us. We know to follow this because it has the yellow marker. Lake LaGrange, 1.3 miles. Shelter 3, 4.4 miles. So it looks like we have another 4.4 miles before we get to our camp. Like we're coming up on some benches overlooking this lake. It's like you could have a party here. Eight benches from what I can count. Looks like there's another bench down here by the water. Patrick just got out his Sawyer squeeze. We have these 3 bottles to fill, and we have these 3 bottles on my arm to fill. It's really windy. I've got to help him hang on to stuff. So he's going to get water out of this lake. It's really windy. All right, we're back on the trail. We stopped and got water, and got a snack, used the bathroom, TMI mother. We have 3.1 miles to the cabin. I don't remember how many we've done already today. But today is supposed to be our shorter day. Tomorrow will be a little bit longer. But I think it's only maybe a mile or so longer tomorrow than today. Well, we came to a fork in the road. If you go off to the right, looks like you return to parking. If you go off to the left, you're heading into the woods, onto the Ice Age Trail. And here's a little warning. Herbicides used in the adjacent area will each leach into standing water along this trail. They can cause cancer. Wash your boots and feet after you get home and soak your dog's paws. Oh, that's lovely. So not only got to worry about Lyme disease and something from mosquitoes, now we got to worry about cancer from walking on the trail because of pesticides or herbicides. Brilliant. We're coming up on a road now. I think we're 0.3 miles to the cabin. Maybe a little less. Duffin Road. And we'll cross. Wasn't any road walking this time. See what the sign says. M 1.8. Oh boy. Seen toads and a couple chipmunks. Here's some birds. We've seen the sign, shelter 3, so we're making our way up. Let's see if we can find it at the top of this hill. We've seen the outhouse, but there's no way in hell I'm going in that. It's probably a pit toilet. Those are gross. Patrick's up a little bit ahead of me. I have little legs. And we made it. Here's our cabin. Nice sized tree. It looks like it goes right over the fire pit. This is inside of our cabin. Kind of deja vu to cabin 2. We see that previously. That's kind of funny. It says power to the people on the side of it. So we're gonna get unpacked and take a breather and get ready to set up camp, and hopefully our steaks are thawed out so we can cook dinner and get the fire going. Timber! Maybe. Kind of. Almost. We're getting some firewood. That wind timber now. So we can cook our steaks. It's a nice dead tree. Looks like he's gonna saw it up into hollowable pieces. There we go. Working on getting our fire going so we can cook our steaks. We got the wood all hauled in. We got a nice bed of sticks going down there. Patrick brought his little baggie of cotton balls with Vaseline on them to get the fire started. I'm working on keeping the fire going so we can cook our steaks. Patrick's in the cabin trying to set up our tent. And some of the steaks don't want to go into the ground, so he had to improvise and use some rocks. Well, we just put on the first slab of steak. Let's see how it cooks up. Finished up our dinner. Steak turned out good on the fire. Patrick made us a little bag of stuffing to share. Just finished that. Just got everything kind of cleaned up from dinner, and we're gonna sit out here by the fire for a little while. Just kind of veg out and let our feet rest. Got camp all cleaned up. We had breakfast already. We're getting ready to head out. Looks like we did 9.9 miles yesterday, and we have about 9.5 today to go. That's all that's left of our fire from last night too. Well, we're still walking along. We just passed this little lake. Still heading into the woods. About a half hour into our trip today. Seeing a lot of butterflies, birds. Hear stuff falling from the trees. Looks like we made it to Bluff Road. Took us about 45 minutes from leaving the Shelter 3. So it looks like we have to cross the road here. To get back on the Ice Age trail. Looks like we're gonna head into another pine forest. Coming up on another road, County Road H. It's like we gotta cross here to continue on the Ice Age trail. Some pretty flowers off to the side. And some berries. This is marked Ice Age Trail. For an hour and about 15 minutes into our trip. We're stopping to have a snack. Here's my snack. Taking a rest on this bench in the nice shade. Surrounded by deciduous forest. Just came up on Young Road. Looks like we might be done with the Blackhawk segment. Yep. So we just completed the Blackhawk segment. Sign says Catamaran Oak Opening Bald Bluff Unit. So we're crossing the road here and see what the next sign says. Blue Spring Lake segment. I think when I looked at the map, I think we had 7 miles to go before we get back to the truck. It's about 11 o'clock. Well, looks like we're on rocks for a while. Just past a bicyclist. So we're gonna keep heading up this gravel section. Looks like there might be a lookout up here. Yep, with some nice benches. Half hours into our trip, we made it to the Stone Elephant. So we're gonna go find that in a minute. Hopefully there's a bench down there and we can sit down and have a snack and get something to drink. It's almost 12 o'clock. We started on our day about 9:30. Hope I don't fall down the hill. I'll find out what we're supposed to be looking at. It's like a big rock. I'm not sure why it's an elephant. I guess that's it. Starting to see a lot of rocky trails on this segment. Glad it's not raining. Probably be a very slippery uphill trek. Seeing some horse tracks, hoof prints. Looks like we gotta stop ahead up here on Tamarack Road. Looks like we gotta cross it. Looks like there's 3 trails. Looks like we take the middle one. Moraine Ridge Trail. .4 miles ahead, we get to the horse campground, and kind of winding around up and down trails. Some gravel, some dirt, some pine needle pathways. This one looks like it's stone again. You go ahead of me, I'll get you going up it. I'm gonna get Patrick going up this one. Just talking about falling and breaking a leg. Some paths are more brutal than others. Oh, here's a nice ledge. Here, a chainsaw off in the distance. Looks like it's a big logging area down here. There's another pathway. It's got more roots. Looks like we're getting ready to head up on the horse riders campground. We just passed a couple of hikers a few feet back. Chatted with them for a couple minutes. They're just starting out. The wind has picked up. It's kind of cooled down some. I think it's supposed to rain at some point today. Maybe we'll be lucky and we'll miss it. There's a sign that says Horse Camp Water to the left. Well, I guess the water's over there.
That's it.
Oh, we took about a 15-minute break or so at the horse campground. Now we're gonna head back out to the Ice Age trailhead. We have roughly 3 miles before we get to the Emma Carlin parking lot where our truck is parked. We were able to find a small shady spot that we could sit and cool off. Filled up our empty water jugs, some nice cool water. Here's the Ice Age trail marker to know that we're on the right track. Looks like we gotta cross this little gravel road up here. Across the horse path. And head on our way. It's a kind of a dense forest. Past some bog lakes. Seems to be getting a little bit more damp and the mosquitoes are starting to swarm again. We've had to bat off a couple of them already. It's been pretty good up until this point. Well, last time we looked, it was about a half mile, give or take, to the trailhead. And it's about 3 o'clock. Kind of got to watch your footings here.
I have seen the mystics play there once or twice. Well, I knew they had a reason. Enchantment plays its cards all right, hand in hand with the workings of the seasons. Legends can be now and forever, teaching us to love for goodness sake. Legends can be urging us to reach for goodness sake. Legends can be now and forever. Love